them are more than pals. Our show can be a little gay, but if you're not, that's okay. You can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm Kat.
I'm Wendy.
This is Tara.
On today's episode, we've got some nerd news, and we're getting a full DGA Awards after action report. And we're going to talk about some analytics, everyone's favorite topic. Talk about how we're doing in other countries, which is very exciting to me anyways. But first, hey, Wendy, what day is it?
The day Wendy recovers from said DGA Awards. But it's also National Pancake Day. Oh, what I wouldn't have done for a pancake this morning. I was hungry. Tomorrow, I'm saying this as if you're listening on Tuesday, immediately after this podcast comes out, which you should. Come on. No, you're just anxiously awaiting it.
If you want to help us in the analytics.
aka Wednesday.
That's right.
Yes, analytics.
Help us out.
Oh, look at Wednesday. It's National California Day.
Hey!
California.
It's also National Be Humble Day, so don't brag about it. But just celebrate it. National Walking the Dog Day. Go walk
I
a
walked
dog.
Charlie right before this.
Nice.
Good for Charlie. Charlie. What is Thursday, the 23rd? It is National Chili Day. Chili Day for those who eat chili. Also National Dog Biscuit Day for those with puppers. You want to give them some biscuits.
Nice.
If you like a good dog biscuit, you can eat that too yourself.
Guess who got a dog biscuit this week?
Charlie.
Guess why?
Because it was her
She's a good
birthday.
It's her birthday. She turned 7.
Aw, 7.
Yeah. It was actually her birthday last week, but it fell on a very sad day. I lost my little pumpkin. Not to bring us down, but I guess I already did.
But you did.
I guess I'll just go with it. My cat Pumpkin passed away. He was 18.
Oh my
So
goodness.
almost. He would have been 18 on March
Close enough.
26th. So close enough. But we lost a little pumpkin.
I'm so
But
sorry.
he had been, a little sick, but he made it a long time. But he had been with me. I got him when I was 21. So
Wow.
yeah. And anyway. But
He's a very good
not to
kitty.
bring it down.
Well,
But
listen.
you
it's-
celebrate him.
Yeah, exactly. He deserves that, and it's part of life. And everybody who has pets goes through this, and it's really hard, but it's good to talk about.
Yeah. But so we had to postpone Charlie's day, but Charlie was very understanding. So we celebrated, she got her biscuits this week. So she just got some. And I took some pictures of her in her hat on another day.
Did she like the hat?
She didn't love it. She
Okay.
but she tolerated it when I gave her the biscuits. So
Well, happy birthday to Charlie.
thank you. Anyway, that's all.
Anyway. Oh. Rest in peace, little pumpkin.
Yes.
I met him the same day Tara met him.
Aw.
I've known him all his life too.
I got Pumpkin. I adopted him at a sci-fi convention in Plano outside of Dallas, Texas.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they had a random cat adoption event going on. And I said, look at this little orange cat. I think I will get him.
That's cute.
And I brought him
think you
home
said-
from the science fiction convention.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think you said, Wendy, should I get him? And I was like, well, you're 21. You've already got a cat. I don't know what your funds are like. Yeah, you should get Pumpkin. Because
Absolutely.
you need to
And then-
adopt him.
I think you also said, yes, I love him.
I do. I
Aw.
did love him, and I still did all his life.
Yeah.
I just met him, but I loved him.
He was very curmudgeonly. He was very cute.
He
They
was.
forced a
He liked to
little
play with your
Halloween.
hair.
It was around Halloween time. And they had forced a little cute little Halloween bow tie thing around it, but he was not having it. But he was very cute. So
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Well, if moving on after that little break, to recognize the greatness of Pumpkin. The 24th, here's a random one for any of you fellow Twin Peaks fan back in the day. Twin Peaks. It's Twin Peaks Day because this, I guess, February 24th was the day Agent Cooper got the Twin Peaks on the show. So that was a great show. I'll tell you. Did you ever watch that, Kat?
I watched it a couple times, but I wasn't an every week person. But it was a huge show. People were obsessed.
It was huge. I was a big Twin Peaks fan, and when you found out in the second season for sure who Bob was, and it was revealed as one of the scariest pieces of TV I've ever seen in my life. I had to leave the house. My friends were out bowling, and I found them. I said, I can't be by myself because that just scared the crap out of me.
Oh, wow.
Leland Bob, baby. Oh, that was scary. But anyway.
Yeah. Directors Guild Award tie-in, the president of the Directors Guild, she said last night at the awards, the first Directors Guild Award she won was for her directing an episode of Twin Peaks.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I need to look up the episode she did, but they're all pretty good. But yeah, it was a big thing. It was huge. It kind of said, like, allowed all the other quirky kind of shows that came after it. Like, then people wanted the next Twin Peaks. Because, I mean, it was David Lynch on TV, and people were like, what is this? And people hadn't seen anything like that on TV.
Sure.
TV was just normal and cop and lawyer and doctor shows, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden this weird Twin Peaks came out and it was a phenomenon. But then it kind of went downhill after you found out who the murderer was. So,
spoiler, who was the murderer?
So it was this evil entity named Bob who had, I guess, gotten into Leland, who was Maddie's father. Was Maddie the one that died? But she had a sister that came out. I remember if Maddie was a sister. Either way, or the cousin.
Guess I don't need to watch it now.
Her. Oh, it's been long enough.
Because it was on your list.
Yeah, I don't think you would have gone for that. But there was some. I mean, David Duchovny was in it.
Yeah,
he played a cross-dressing FBI agent in the day. But yeah, a lot of big cast, a lot of good cast was in that. Good day of lunch. But anyway, yeah, good stuff. Happy Twin Peaks Day. And then that's enough of that. I don't see anything else to say on the stream. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
No.
Wendy's over it.
Yeah. I'm over. You know what? I talked about Twin Peaks, and that was a great show. So now I'm just.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a good segue into our DGA awards.
That's true.
After
true.
day.
Because David Lynch was in a clip that was shown last night, too. So,
nice.
Yeah.
I think he was nominated for something. I saw him in the nomination book for maybe some episode of something. I don't know.
Really?
David Lynch? Yeah. Not this year, I don't think.
Oh, maybe it was last year. But anyway, he was in the booklet that we got.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got a nice 75th anniversary booklet that it's nice. It has all the past winners. I don't know if they usually put that in the booklet.
Yes, but we attended
the
75th Annual Directors Guild Awards last night. I was Wendy's guest. Tag along.
Yeah. It's
yes, we attended the ball in our pantsuits.
You did. You both looked
a lot
fantastic.
of pantsuits going on.
A lot of pantsuits.
I love a pantsuit.
Heavy on the pantsuits. With who seemed to be like the thing, like even for like a lot of the women, not that many like big dress type of things, you know?
Well, I will say you both looked fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We tried. We dressed up for a night and I had a wonderful evening. It was weird. I drove to get Tara and I looked down. It was 3:45, and I thought, wow, what an early evening to go to an evening event. But they wanted the riffraff to get there early, so as not to clog up the red carpet area for the actual guests of honor.
Sure.
So they say dinner's at 6:30. They recommend riffraff get there between 4 and 5:30. So we got there on 5-ish. And they filter you after you do the check-in, and we got a little rubber wristband to show that we'd been through the metal detector and all that good stuff, and shown our ticket. And then they filter people like us out into the little. There's like a little outdoor area with
it was at the Beverly Hilton
open bars.
Set it up like that Beverly Hilton where they have the Golden Globes, so we're in the same ballroom where they have the Golden Globes.
That's fun.
Yes. So you walk in, and we're first in like a reception area where the little red carpet was.
They greeted us with glasses of wine.
I love that.
At the door. You walk in and there's people standing there with platters of drinks.
I love that.
I believe I will.
So classy.
my friend Stuart and his wife showed up a little bit after that. I worked with Stuart, went with him. Just Stuart and I went last year.
Right,
And,
I remember that.
So he showed up, and then right about after we got there, we got in line for the pictures.
Okay.
Because there was a line to go get your picture. There's like a little red carpet. I mean, some of the sort of knownish people were posing on it, but you could get in line and get your own pictures on the red carpet.
Right. Like one side, I noticed there's like two sides of this red carpet. One side was like the riff-raff line where you line up to go. The other side was when they were letting in like
legit
the celebrities.
Celebrities,
Yeah, like where you saw like those pictures of like, was it Jackie that posted the picture of like Anna Kendrick and like where those people will
I'm not even sure
like,
if they were posing there. I think they had their own red carpet area.
The other side were like they're letting those people get their picture taken and just jump and then leave and go be whisked away to their wherever they are going.
But we were in the riff-raff line, and of course in the line some Yahoo spilled wine on Tara. Luckily she was holding white. Red and white. Luckily it was the white.
I just gotten drinks for me and Wendy, like gone to the bar, and I like had turned and someone in the line, and luckily it was just like a little bit, it was white, and I was like, oh man, God.
Not cool.
I was just gonna throw the red right at him, but I decided not to.
Right. Yeah, they were somewhat apologetic or whatever.
Was it David Lynch?
No. We got pictures taken. We took singles and doubles, and we got a 4-shot selfie with Stuart and his wife.
Nice.
And at some point they start. I don't know if they announced it or did little tones. Basically,
they did some chimes. They're
chimes.
Like, please move to the ballroom.
Ballroom. So we started meandering in a large herd to the ballroom.
Oh my God, Wendy! Who did you see out in the reception?
Oh my gosh, how can I forget this? So we kept walking all around. So we wanted to make sure we cover all our bases and see all the people. So we're standing in the back where people were walking in, and I'm like, oh, I think that's Deborah Chow, aka director of Obi-Wan, the show. And I'd seen her enough in like Mandalorian behind the scenes and Obi-Wan behind the scenes, or I knew what Deborah Chow looked like.
Yep.
But I don't want to make the mistake. So I'm Googling Deborah Chow.
Smart.
And then I'm trying to Google Deborah Chow husband to see if the guy with her is, just to double, triple check. And I thought, and I'm Tara, this is her, right? That's her, right? It's like, I think so. So finally I walked up and she was just standing against the wall with who her husband or her date or whoever it was. And so I just went, excuse me, are you Deborah Chow? Yes. I was like, well, I love Obi-Wan. She's like, oh, thank you. I was like, I thought it was really fantastic. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. That was it. So then I walked off.
That's pretty cool.
So,
yeah.
I mean, when I've seen her on her interviews, she does seem kind of low key. Maybe she's not a boisterous person. She's a good director, but she's not like, so she was just very thankful. And I said, okay. I don't know how many people there would have said, oh, look, it's Deborah Chow. But I've seen enough, between Mando and Obi-Wan. I knew who she was when she walked in. So
that's pretty cool.
That was my person I got to talk to for 10 seconds. And then
I wasn't sure if she directed my favorite scenes from Obi-Wan, where Princess Leia runs away from Obi-Wan for about 20 minutes, and Obi-Wan just can't possibly catch her. But I decided not to go give my feedback to her. I decided to get that wasn't the time or place. I didn't want to. I just didn't. I thought I'll wait till a more professional setting. This is more of a party setting. So,
by the way, she also directed the scenes of Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fighting, which were pretty cool. So,
those
balance of the Force.
Cool. And I have to say, who knows what if she was given those script pages and just said, "Hey,
may not be her fault.
Look, we got to do 20 minutes of this exciting chase between Princess Leia and Obi-Wan."
Well,
at least
20 minutes. Direct some good episodes of Mandalorian, so or at least one. I can't remember what she did, but anyway, so we said hey to Deborah Chow.
So
then
cool.
We walked into our table, which was kind of in the back, but I think it worked out, as you'll hear later. My friend Stuart, he was a little up closer on the side. He had some decent seats as far as being able to see the stage.
Okay.
But we had, like last year, they had the little gold director chair table.
I saw those, a bunch of those on my Insta this morning.
Yeah. I thought maybe they'd have something different for the 75th, but apparently they got the mold, so let's just keep cranking those out every year. Bottles of wine ready for drinking.
I love that.
There were a couple women sitting by me from Canada. I'm not sure who the people next to you, like what they were
They were
prom
too
or what
talkative.
No,
No.
the women next to me
David
were fine,
Lynch?
but yeah.
Nah.
So they served our dinner. It was very nice.
What'd you get? What's for dinner?
Delicious
was for
salad
dinner?
that I ate all of. Wendy,
You
you
did eat all of
you
that.
said I think you said you were a little tipsy at that point.
I
'Cause
probably was.
you hadn't eaten much.
Probably.
No.
But
Had a little wine.
I had delicious salad because you made fun of me and you're like, there's nothing left on the plate. And there's only like one piece of orange.
Yeah,
There
I'm eating
wasn't
the whole
anything
thing,
left on the
too.
plate.
There wasn't. It was completely bare.
It was good.
I
I
was
just thought
so
it was
hungry.
over.
I was so
No shame.
hungry.
I
And
would eat it, too.
but
They
it
had
was really
bread,
good.
too.
It was like
Should
a
have more
raspberry
bread.
vinaigrette. And I don't even like salad that much, but it was delicious. And then they brought
Yeah.
it was like braised ribs or something. So it was just like a big slab of
Something.
tender meat. It was delicious with like a
amazing.
pureed sweet potato. Just wasn't very much food.
Yeah.
No.
Like when you're drinking for 5
Yeah.
hours.
Well, yeah, the minute you walk in the door, they're handing you booze.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think there'd be a little more to eat.
They do bring you a lot of bread, but like then they take it away. So like you're
Right.
like leave.
I wish I'd had more
it.
bread.
I'd be so pissed.
Yeah,
There was
I'm
a
like
whole bowl of
bread.
it. Where'd it
they
go?
left the salad and they left the dessert out forever. Like they never took that away. It's like leave the
Yeah.
bread. Like I want that or like have that out earlier so I can
with
be
the wine. Yes.
right with the wine so I can be like have that to like start.
Yeah, or have little, little trays of little nibbles with
Hors
your
d'oeuvres would have
wine.
been very
Some
nice.
little
We were hoping there
appetizers.
was.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, have some like fried cheese out there, some like
Sure.
chips and
Potato
salsa, potato skin,
Chocolate fountain.
like
The dessert-
like
half
some
the dessert
egg
was
rolls,
good.
Southwestern egg rolls.
Oh, with some ranch? Get out of
Yeah.
here.
I don't think, Tara, did you eat both of the desserts? Because there were two little dessert things.
No.
I ate the chocolatey one. I don't know what the other one was.
I took a
didn't
bite
have
of it.
that.
It was like a
Yeah, I did too.
raspberry. And you know what I noticed? Everyone around took about 1 or 2 bites of that one. And the other one,
Yeah.
the more
And then ate the
chocolatey,
other
kind of
one.
tastes like a s'more one, was gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other, not a big fan.
So, but it was, I mean, it was, I feel like I ate more last year, but I don't know. It was good though. I mean, what I ate, I feel like I went to the bathroom, I came back and my plate was gone and the dessert was there. Because I would have eaten more. I was just kind of picking at it.
Yeah. They're quick
the-
taking away the main course and the bread.
Yes,
And I was
they
like,
were.
dang, leave that. That's the
Right.
what I need with all this wine.
The show started promptly at 7:30.
All right.
They get on with it. You got an hour to eat, and then
They really
which
did.
didn't
They're
feel
like,
like
the
an hour,
show
but-
starts in 4
Yeah.
minutes. The show starts in 2 minutes.
Wow.
The show
Yeah.
starts in 1 minute. The show starts in 30 seconds.
It's
Please
a bunch
find
of,
your
It's
seats.
a bunch of directors.
It's like this isn't even
like,
like
those
televised,
countdowns.
and they're like really,
No.
yeah.
So the show begins. Judd Apatow is the host.
No. Oh, he was the
Um,
host.
He was good. I
Mhm.
liked him a
Okay.
lot.
Yeah,
Fun.
he's been doing it. I think it's like his 4th year.
Oh,
He's,
that's
he's really good at it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think then Jason Bateman, I think, was the first big celeb
Yeah.
to come out and do
Okay.
anything. Not long after, we had one of Tara's favorites. She had several favorites who were in attendance last
This
night.
was a great night for me.
Okay.
One
It
of my
was.
all-time favorites was there. Christina Ricci.
Oh, I
presented
saw
an award.
pictures. That's
Yeah,
so
so cool. So I didn't get to see her up close. I really wish I got to see some great people up close, but I didn't get to see her up close. I really wish I had. I think she left kind of like earlier on.
Mhm.
fun.
But her and Billy Eichner randomly presented together, and he even made a Casper joke of all things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even got to be a Casper joke.
That's great.
So
I'm sure she loved it.
yeah. So that was fun. And we realized that the president of the DGA, the one that
Mhm.
her first award was directing Twin Peaks, also directed Now and Then with Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
It
some
was
fun.
quite a Christina Ricci night.
Yeah, some crossover.
That's fun.
So that was fun. It was just fun to be, partying with Christina.
In the
yeah.
same room.
More
Same
or less.
room.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like there were, award. I'm trying to think of any big
There were
awards. Like,
awards. Yes.
there
There
were
were,
definitely awards.
I feel like some of it, like they had a big part of it was sponsored by Cadillac. There was a big Cadillac, but you're so overwhelmed by everything else. I thought, it'd been kind of cool to check out that Cadillac, but it never occurred to me to I should go look at
Yeah.
that car when
Right.
I'd rather stand here and look at the back of Steven Spielberg's head.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, the
I
whole
mean,
show, like throughout the show, they had the 5 feature film director nominees. They had each one. So even if you don't win, you get to basically you get introduced, and that person introducing you gets to do a long speech about you, about how great
that's
you are.
cool.
And then you get to go up and basically do a full speech as if you've won. So like those are happening throughout
that.
Which
the
was
night.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they started those early. I think were the Daniels the first one to get that, Wendy? Because I feel like she,
I think they were. Stephanie
what was her name?
Shu
Yeah, she came out.
Oh,
and that's
fun.
part of it.
From
Like you
she's
wonder
in the
who's
movie,
going to
right?
present.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She's the
Everything
daughter.
Everywhere All at Once.
Mm-hmm.
And she presented. She's like, I begged them to let me present. And then they
Yeah.
play a clip. And then the directors
She
have their,
probably talked for like at least 10 minutes.
talked a
about
while.
Them. She talked a while.
I love that. That's a great format.
Yeah, so that's why it took so long. I was like, there's not that many awards, but it feels like a while. So then the Daniels go up, right? And then they talk. So they're given like this medallion. What was it called, when like the DGA director
Something
feature film
medallion?
I don't know.
It's
So it's
like
not the award.
Book. Yeah.
It's kind of like the miniature version, but you get kind of like your moment
for your nomination.
That's great.
That's cool. It's just cool. They're all out of all the films released last year. These 5 were nominated, so it's nice that they all get a little recognition.
They're all winners.
Because God knows Steven Spielberg isn't recognized enough. So, and I was wondering who would present him, and he had Denis Villeneuve, the director. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I was thinking, could it be like, I thought Judd Hirsch might do it because he was there. The whole cast of the Fablemans was there.
Yeah.
Paul Dano, Michelle Williams, Judd Hirsch,
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen was there. But it was the director. He asked the director to do it. And so Steven gave his speech, which thankfully Tara recorded a big chunk of. But who else? Like the director of Top Gun, we're thinking, is Tom Cruise going to be here? But no, it was
the director of Top Gun, who looks a lot like Tom Cruise. They kept showing him, and everyone was like, "Is that Tom Cruise?"
I thought it was him at first.
It looks like, he looks very much like him, especially the way he was sitting and looking very stoically. Yeah, and Jerry Bruckheimer introduced him, and then we got to stand right next to Jerry for a while later on.
Okay.
Yeah, he came out and introduced him.
Did
Todd
Field next to him?
I can't remember who announced Todd Field. It wasn't Kate Blanchett.
No, I can't remember either.
I don't remember who it was. Someone I probably don't know. And then one of the directors wasn't even there. So, that saved. Every time someone wasn't there, a winner, Judd Apatow would be like, "Okay, well that saves time in the ceremony. Moving on." He's like, "I'm sure y'all are glad they're not here."
It's a good thing they weren't, because it really would have gone over like a few of those people, at least probably 15 more minutes.
They don't do any extra bits. He had one thing where he has this kind of goofy interview with with Oliver Stone, where he's kind of asking him goofy questions about things, and
it was cute.
It's like a comedy bit, but that's really the only extraneous. There were a few lifetime achievement type of awards.
There were a few of those.
There were like 3 at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them was this guy who's been a long time, not Michael Fishman, something Fishman. Michael Fishman played DJ on Roseanne, but it's another guy. But he's been a long time sports director, like live sports director, which is cool. Like some big moments in sports or whatever. And he's been a part of it. And one of which was the 1983 Final Four, where NC State won. And that is one of the most viewed sports moments for me. Like, I love that moment. I love that Final Four, and he directed it. And as Sarah pointed out, and we both pointed out, like, and he did thank the cameraman, because I'm like, if they ain't getting the shot, you can't take this brilliant directing where you put these great shots. Like, your cameraman are the ones getting it. Now, granted, you probably could be telling them what to get. It's up to you to take the right shot at the right time, but you think your cameraman and your TD. But anyway. But he won. It was cool. It was a cool thing. But during one of these special awards, I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And Sarah's like, "Oh, let's just both go." So we were kind of like over sitting there. We were sitting there while it was an award we didn't care about that much. Didn't know who it was. I mean, I'm sure he's great, but I didn't know who it was.
Congratulations.
So we went to the bathroom. Congratulations to you. You don't need our support. You're fine. So we went to the bathroom, and I remember when I walked out, Tara was standing there, and it was kind of like, "Oh, there's Jerry Bruckheimer." So we just kind of stood. And it's like we weren't blocking tables. We were standing behind one of the back tables, kind of near where the production of the whole thing, like the equipment, was set up. So we were just, other people were standing up around there. So we just stood there for a while. And it's like, yeah, there's Jerry Bruckheimer. We're just standing here by Jerry Bruckheimer. Blah, blah, blah. And then I forget. I think the next person to walk by was number 2 of Tara's favorites. Who was this, Tara?
Aubrey Plaza.
Yes.
Aubrey Plaza.
That's epic.
I saw her coming. I was like, holy shit. Because I knew she was there. And then she presented. And I was like, oh, all these like the people that are here they're presenting. And so I saw her present. And then like I was just standing there and I was like, holy shit. And because we're standing like on the corner of kind of like to the direction towards the like where the bathroom direction is, like you have to keep going back and around, but like and off the main aisle. And so like you kind of could see like 1 or 2 people coming up. And then I was like, oh my God. And so the way we were standing, you either have to go behind us or like literally in front of us if you want to go towards the bathroom. Yeah. Well, she went literally in front of us, just like we just right there, like we just like inches away from us.
And at some point, Tara was like,
close.
we should back up a little bit to force their hand so they will go.
Basically, just have to walk right back.
So we backed up a couple feet and it did work.
Oh my God. Because guess
who else came our way, Tara?
Anna Kendrick. Right.
Holy
by
shit.
us.
Yeah.
And then James Marsden and Regina Hall.
And one of my personal favorites, Bonnie Hunt. I think she was leaving.
Oh my God, Bonnie Hunt.
She walked up the aisle. She was nominated for directing of children's programming. Children's program. But she walked up there. I'm like, it's Bonnie Hunt. It's Bonnie Hunt. And she looked very pleasant. She just walked out, and I think she either left or went somewhere. I don't know. Yeah. But
pretty
and
good spotting.
Seth Rogen stood near us for a while.
Oh yeah, Seth Rogen. That's right.
Anna Kendrick walked through, and I didn't see her the first time. Tara's like, that was Anna Kendrick. She was like, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's about when we're like, let's back up and force her to go in front of us. But she was in there for a while, so we thought we'd missed her. We thought she'd gone another way. But she eventually came out and walked right in front of us. But as Tara pointed out, it was conveniently when they were doing the comedy show directors nominations, in which Bill Hader won, which I did not know, but Tara pointed out they used to date. So she kind of conveniently was in the back.
She was in there for the entire time that she went in right before the award was like before they came out to present the award. And then she was in there until literally the second after.
He didn't win. But he wasn't there.
Yeah, he won, but he wasn't there. No, he won, but he wasn't there.
Oh.
But she came out like less than a minute after.
Yeah, I feel like she was probably waiting in there.
She was in there for like.
If for no other reason, people wouldn't be looking at her if like anyone was like, "Ooh, is he here? Oh, is Anna here?"
So people wouldn't be. I'm just saying. Coincidentally,
it was very
she was in there timing. From the minute that specific award happened. Okay, that's all. I mean, I don't blame her.
While we're talking about that award, it was like he and his directing team won, correct?
Well, they give it to like the director, but I think everybody who was winning or nominated and given speeches, they all thanked their directing team.
Got it.
So maybe the directing team is implied, but I think it was like the person won and the person went up. They didn't like bring up a team.
Sure.
But most all of them were like, thank you to my directing team.
Yeah. And I did notice like when they do win, their name went up. So it would have been like Bill Hader, and then under there were like 3 more names. And it was like assistant director of this underneath.
Friend of this podcast, Chalice, was one of those people on his team.
Oh, really?
She's an assistant director, and she sent a pic. She posted on Instagram a picture of that screen with her name and her team members.
Yay!
She was all gussied up, and she was there last night.
Don't tell Bill that Anna Kendrick was in the bathroom the whole time.
Oh no! Should we?
Who would have thought anyone might hear this?
It's fine.
That would be relevant to Bill here.
I'm sure Chalice won't tell Bill.
Okay.
Don't tell Bill. It may have been completely just circumstance. It could have
just
been be not related at all.
Been back there. I don't know.
Just saying. It was
starting some shit on the snop. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, I would. I don't know. But then she walked back out, and then at another time, she also again walked right back by.
Yeah.
So
we had all. There were other people. Like Ben Stiller was there. We did not see him closely. I saw the cat. Like I saw Judd Hirsch leaving later. Steven, I think, has like a backdoor exit because I've never seen him walk out with the riffraff.
Everywhere he goes, he has a backdoor exit.
He has his own. But let me tell you, Kat, I've been there 2 years now, and I feel like when Steven is there nominated, it feels like there's everyone and then there's Steven.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell you how many directors who speak in any capacity, like, will say, like, acknowledge Steven being either a reason they direct, a major influence on the directing. One of them referred to last night to watching Raiders of the Lost Ark when he was young. I mean, it was just like, Steven is just this presence that looms over everything. Like, and a couple of people like, arguably one of the greatest director. I'm like, stop saying arguably. Like, when he's
going to
here,
argue with you.
You know who is
especially in this
top
room.
of the top.
Yeah,
of the top.
exactly.
Right. You know.
For sure.
But he just looms, and he's of course got the table right dead center.
Of course.
As he should. But anyway, yeah, so we stood there and my feet were killing me. But I kept telling Tara, I'm like, worth it. It's worth it. I'm not going back to the seat. Because if we hadn't had the seats where we did, we probably wouldn't have stood up for it was like the last half of the show. Maybe not it would be like at least an hour, I think we were standing there.
Really?
Yeah, because we went to the bathroom partway through and the food was done. I left my stuff at the table and we just never went back. I'm like, I don't want to leave the spot. There were just too many good people walking in and out.
You found a good spot.
So, yeah, no one was making us move. We weren't blocking anybody. So, like, I'm just going to stay here till we don't.
Yeah. And like James
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, go ahead.
Oh, James Marsden was just back there, just like checking his phone, just hanging out. And then Seth Rogen was just like, it was kind of just like the spot. People just kind of like waiting to kind of like go back to their seats. The stars to just kind of like hanging back to get a second. And then you know. Well,
we noticed Seth Rogen when he was standing there, like literally Tara could have just reached out and touched him.
Did you?
He stood there while someone was speaking. And as soon as it went dark, and like they were about to show a clip, he went down. Like he didn't want to walk in and interrupt the guy's speech. Yeah, so he held back, and but yeah, it was. So at the end of it, they announced the winner, which was the Daniels, who did Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I was
cool.
For me, it was like my team just lost because I mean, good for them. The movie's great. I'm happy for them, but I'm like, man, I just wanted to see Steven win. I wanted to see a Steven win at the DGA. So I'm like, I'm going to go get our stuff. I mean, I'm just happy for them. Good for them. Steven's won 3 of them at least, I think, in his best. Whatever. But I just like to see him win. So then afterwards, we stood there and watched people leave. And at some point, Tara was like, why don't we go down there? Like closer to where the big people tables were in the stage. And I never even thought to go down there. And it's like, sure, why not? And so we walked right by Steven's table. Okay. And then you saw there were a couple others. Like it had Christine Lottie's picture on the back of her chair. Stephanie Shu, I think her picture was on the back of her chair, like, y'all sit here. And unbeknownst to me, I noticed that there were little name cards on Steven's table. Of course, I took a picture of the empty chair. It's like, this is where Steven sat.
That's pretty cool. It's still pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it. I touched them too. But anyway,
harassed them.
And little did I know at the time, Tara had seen the Kate Capshaw Spielberg name card, but they just left. It's not. It's a piece of paper, and she grabbed that for me.
That's so cool.
She's like, did you want it? I'm like, hell yeah, I want it. I mean, it literally says Kate Capshaw Spielberg, crying out loud. So. And then she went back and got Michelle Williams.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
She's great.
She looks great.
I feel like you didn't see her much. Like every time the camera cut to that table, it was literally just Steven. We didn't even realize, I assume Michelle Williams was there, but I don't know if we ever really saw her.
Not on that camera, just on the pictures.
No, so she was sitting right next to him. And it was just, every cutaway was showing Steven because someone mentioned him. He was the big dog. So then we got to go up on the stage and take pictures.
Yeah, we got on the stage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Got my picture with the DGA symbol, and we got our picture with the DGA up on the screen. And then at some point, they turned the screen off, and then they started turning the lights off.
They turned the lights off.
Get out of here.
Okay, let's go.
Y'all need to go now. You riffraff.
Y'all need to go.
Yeah. And it's cool, too, because you're in the hotel, and we were walking from the little outside part to the auditorium. And also when we were leaving, there are,
well, there's a giant red carpet. Yeah.
There's giant red carpet, and there's people either staying at the hotel or who just came because they knew this was happening, just standing there to catch a glimpse of people or get autographs or pictures. So we're walking by, and they're like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
And they're like, oh, you're nobody.
You're nobody.
Who's next? Who's behind you? Anybody?
That's what it feels like just walking into any restaurant in LA. It's always like,
kind
who's
of,
that?
yeah.
Is that anybody?
Well, our heads were on full tilt swivel last night because we were just constantly.
Yeah, we barely looked at each other because we made a pact. We were like, yeah, don't look at me. You're to look behind me so that we can constantly be looking at who might be over there, who we might be missing. And
I love it. That's so fun.
It was fantastic. We got fun pictures. Just to be right there, just have random, two of Tara's favorites just walked right by. Bonnie walked right by me.
Did you say anything or like wave or anything?
Anna Kendrick.
We were playing it cool.
Christina Ricci. That's like those are like 3 of my like top 10. Maybe my top 5.
Amazing.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All in the same room with her last night.
Pretty cool.
And I had Steven. That was all I needed.
2 of them literally just like walked by me multiple times, like brushed nearly against me. I could have just like leaned forward a little bit and just like brushed against them if I wanted to be creepy about it.
But of course you didn't.
But I was cool.
Like a little wink or anything?
But I was a little cool. I mean,
I was trying to play cool.
I just played it cool.
All right.
I was just like, I don't want to be weird. But they
just
kind of like look.
Once,
I did look. I definitely looked at them.
Oh, sure.
And then I looked away like, oh, it's just
like, oh, hey. At the same time, I just kind of glanced,
on your left. Seth Rogen on your right.
I mean, they came so close. You could not look at them. And then they came right back and then they went back again,
Sure, yeah.
But they're in an environment where they're, I'm sure they're not bothered. People leave alone.
It's a safe space.
It's a safe space for the director or for the actors. And it's a good night.
So
it's a good night.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is pretty cool, huh? I think made even cooler by the fact that you're like, yeah, those people were there that you like. I mean, that was pretty nice.
Man, Aubrey Plaza, I was just fangirling over her like 2 episodes ago. So
that's right. You were.
I was. What are the odds then I get to see her in person?
That's pretty good.
Cool.
Well, in Hollywood, anything can happen.
I have a funny
dreams come true.
I have a funny Aubrey Plaza story.
What's that?
I was working on a little show called Sneaky Pete, and we, as someone in post, we get added to the set update. Like they'll be like, okay, we're starting the scene, or we're going to lunch. We get those text updates so that we know how far along the dailies are, so we can track them as they go through, to the daily's house. It doesn't matter. So one night we get a group text that says, "Hi, this is Aubrey Plaza. I don't work on this show. Please stop texting."
Oh my gosh. That's a great story.
So whoever whatever show she had been on, they had that AD still had her in their phone, accidentally added her to this list. I was like, if I wanted to be creepy, I could keep her number, but I'm not going to do that. And then actually, I quickly looked to make sure I didn't keep it, but I didn't keep it. Searching Aubrey. No, I didn't. So that's fun.
That's a good Aubrey Plaza story.
That's funny. She could have just been like this, she could have just been like, this is Joe Schmo and I'm not on this movie. Like, she didn't have to say, this is Aubrey Plaza. I give her that she owned it,
I think it was funnier that she'd done it that way.
Right. Right. I'm not on your freaking show.
Please stop
texting me.
I don't care. Wow. So Wendy, the big question is, did you win? Did you win an award?
I won in life. Just
Yay!
Dude, I was in the same room.
Perfect
with
answer.
Steven Spielberg, and
I'd say you won. Pretty good.
Twice now, I've gotten to go to award shows where he at least spoke, even if he didn't win. And it was a nice speech he gave about making. He one of the funny parts, and Tara got the end of it. Just questions that he was asked about doing something, like all these questions he'd been asked over and over, and he's like, and number 5. Why didn't you direct Indiana Jones 5 or something like that? And the crowd thought that was funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was just just watching the legend in person doing his thing.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
So I'd say you did win.
I'd say I did win. I mean, it's funny. I met a guy out in the plaza. He asked me what I did. I was like, oh, I direct, KBC, like live news, television, whatever. He's like, oh, that's great. I'm like, well, sometimes it's kind of monotonous. It's like, oh, come on. I'm like, what do you do? I'm a commercial director. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I was like, nah. Each of us are like, oh, what you do is cool. And then with our own jobs, we're like, whatever.
Yeah, that's funny.
But anyway, it was a fun night.
You have a cool job.
Sometimes. It got me into this room, so
there you go.
I'll take it.
Very cool.
Me too. I like it too.
It got you into that room. I'll try to keep it a little longer so we can go back.
Yeah.
You never know who's going to be there, obviously.
Yeah, pretty great. And we'll get a report.
I mean, what if Indiana Jones 5 is nominated next year?
And
here's my God, I have to stay here just in case.
That's why
Harrison shows up to present the award. Oh, I'm never quitting. I'm gonna stay here just to go to the DGA awards every year.
Goals. #goals.
But anyway, so yeah, I'm recovering today because standing in those heels. I took them off. I took my shoes off as soon as I got off the elevator in my apartment. I was like, I don't care how dirty the floor is. I can't walk anymore.
Yeah, you're a champ.
Get some fancy flats for next year.
I feel like I wore these last year and they didn't hurt like this, but whatever. It was still worth it. It's worth it.
Will you put up a picture so people can see y'all?
Yeah.
Looking all fancy.
We will put up our fancy pictures.
Great.
We got some fun pictures taken. I should have gotten one with Deborah Chow, but I didn't want to be weird.
Yeah, I think if you start doing that kind of stuff, then they do say, "Can you go sit down, please? Can you go take your seat?"
Yeah. Yeah. So I just try to be cool and just have the experience.
I did see a stranger when Regina Hall and James Marsden were standing right there. I did see a stranger go up and say, "Oh, you did such a great job. Oh, do you mind if I get a picture with you?" And it was really awkward. And James Marsden was like, "Oh, yeah, sure."
Oh, no.
I feel like it would be
very awkward for them. Yeah. And they were like standing in the middle of the aisle of this thing. Yeah. It was what are they going to do?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Not cool. Not cool. Shall we move on to some nerd news?
Let's do.
Nerd news. I repeat, we have breaking nerd news.
Well, big news. We knew it was coming, but it's confirmed. Guess what, guys? Salute to Xena. The convention's coming back. Guess where it's going to be this year? Or next year, I guess.
Burbank.
They're coming back to Burbank. That's
Yay.
So exciting for me. The Burbank part is the most exciting.
Same here.
Yes.
Same here. 25th anniversary convention. Is that a 25th anniversary? When did the show start?
I thought this last year was the 25th anniversary.
They say that every year.
Apparently.
I thought that was this. That's why they had
over 25 years.
It's like we're just going to keep having our 25th birthday so we can stay young. We're just going to keep
25th anniversal convention. Maybe it's
Didn't it start in 1996?
The convention's 25th year, maybe. Not the shows. This past was the show's 25th year. Now it's the convention's 25th year.
Okay.
At least it's in Burbank.
Whatever.
It's January 26th through the 28th, 2024.
Now, this kind of lit a fire under me because I thought I was told that the next convention would be like in 2 years, like in 2024. So because the last one was in November, this past November.
Right.
So I'm thinking, okay, we got till November 2024. But no, it's less than a year.
Less than a year
now. It's going to go by so fast.
Are you guys going to do something?
It's already been like 3 months since the last one.
I like how they have to put up a parental advisory notice for the cons.
That's weird.
Oh boy.
That's weird.
Well, shoot, last year someone was smoking pot in the room. So you never know what's gonna
true.
happen.
They had to put a note on the screen in the middle of
Please
Lucy
stop
and Renee.
smoking pot.
Please stop smoking pot.
Whoever's smoking pot, please stop.
Haven't some tickets already gone on sale for this? I feel like some tickets
and also
already
photo
gone on
op
sale.
tickets for Lucy and Renee are already on sale.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to get one.
Yeah, I kind of want to get one.
That'd be fun.
I didn't last year.
There's no other
Although
guests.
I did get with one.
There's no other guests announced.
No, they're like, as
But
long as
it's
you get
just the
these
two.
two, the rest is
Yeah,
just
Right.
gravy.
Just fill in. Well, that's
Yeah.
fun. So we got to get thinking about what we
We're on the
want
clock
to
already.
do. I really thought we wouldn't have to think about that for a while.
No.
But
Well, it's still a while, but we got to
Also gotta
get
get-
our thinking caps on.
got to get to losing 20 pounds.
Gotta get here pretty quick.
No, it'll be here quick.
I have the Xena costume if you need it.
Maybe we should do a group photo op with Lucy and Renee.
Yeah.
They
Well,
only allow 2 people, but we can buy
That's so
2.
stupid.
I know.
Listen, I'll give Lucy a heads up. Like, hey, is it okay? The three of us are there.
If you can pull it off and do it, she can. I'm sure she can tell them what. Like, I'm letting this person in.
You would think.
But that would be cool. I think we need one.
That would be really fun.
Right, so there you go. Start planning.
Yeah.
Here's something else that's exciting at the same time. Whatever. I'll hold my breath. Supposedly, Star Wars Celebration 2023. Not here this year. It's in England, I believe, somewhere. I don't know. I ain't going. They're supposed to announce the next Star Wars film. You know what I say to that? Whatever. You know what? Tell me when it's finished and when it's coming out. They may announce it. They announced Patty Jenkins was doing Rogue Squadron with a full trailer and everything. Yeah. So you know what? There have been so many speculated Star Wars films that's coming out. Ryan Johnson's doing a trilogy. The guys from Game of Thrones are going to do stuff. No, they're not. I don't know what's happening with Star Wars anymore. Tell me when you have a title and an actual film and when it's coming out. I'll be there. But
and when it's filmed.
Yeah, when it's actually done. And don't pull it back, girl, and hide it from the world.
Yeah.
There've been so many false announcements from Star Wars lately that I just think, okay, make your announcement. You better be sure about this one.
It's true. It doesn't mean anything.
No, not anymore.
Doesn't mean anything.
I mean, Marvel says they're coming out with stuff and they back it up. Star Wars says they're coming out with stuff and it's like, oh, no, maybe. Gets us all excited.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope so. I'd love to see more Star Wars movies, but...
Well, in the meantime, I guess we can figure out what Star Wars character is my soulmate.
Yes.
Is that something we're doing?
It is. So, Wendy, you took the test. Who did you get?
Princess Leia.
I took the test. I also got Princess Leia. I wasn't trying to get Princess Leia. I was answering either. I was just like Han
Solo.
I wasn't trying. I just wanted to know, like, if I gave honest answers, what would it give me? So we're gonna try to see this. And if you get Leia, Tara, this is a sham.
Okay. So am I announcing what answers I'm picking as I 100%. Go?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is on StarWars.com if you want to take the test.
Okay.
But go for it.
All right. So the first question is, what do you think makes an ideal Valentine's Day gift? Options are a rare collectible, a jacket, jewelry, or a mug. I'm going to pick a rare collectible.
Great. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play along with you and try to pick like really stupid answers and see.
I'm doing it right now too and picking things I didn't pick last time.
I'm going for mug.
And here's okay. This one says, "What gift would you actually get from your soulmate?" Would you actually get from your soulmate? A lava lamp, a couture jacket, a piece of art, chain mail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tara looks disgusted.
A lava lamp? I don't know. That's a weird
lava
one.
Lamp?
Okay. Let's plan a perfect date.
Okay.
Where should you take your soulmate? Naboo, Alderaan, Tatooine, Exegol? Is that how you say that one? Naboo, Alderaan, Tatooine, Exegol. Ooh. Naboo, Alderaan. Which one's the most foresty?
Probably I'd say either Naboo or Alderaan.
Okay, I'll go
definitely
with Alderaan.
Not Tatooine.
I'll go not Tatooine. I'll go with Alderaan.
All right, I'm going Exegol.
Yeah.
Once you land, what type of venue are you heading to? A cantina, a citadel, a rebel base, a meadow, a cantina.
Nice.
Yeah.
What will you order for dinner? A steak, lobster, pasta, or a burger? I'm going a steak.
Nice. So
what are you planning for dessert? Cake, ice cream, cookies, creme brulee. Cake. How will you tell your date that you love them? I'll just wait for them to say it. Then I'll say, I know. I'll take them for a picnic. We'll form a Sith partnership. I'll nod and say, this is the way. I'm going to go with, I'll go Sith partnership. Why not?
Oh, wow. Okay.
What kind of field would your soulmate work in? Management, education. These are all over the place. Politics, They're an entrepreneur. To go with entrepreneur.
I want to date someone in management.
Yeah, management. What kind of ship would your soulmate fly? A Star Destroyer, an X-Wing, a hunk of junk, an N1 starfighter. Going with the X-Wing.
Nice. Solid.
If everything goes well, how will you propose to your date?
Oh, wow. We're moving
this
so
date's
fast.
going really well. Yeah. During a lightning storm at the beach. We know that's not happening. I'm not going to the beach. On a camping trip overlooking a lake. Ooh. Let's spice it up. Not during a lightning storm.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, my soulmate is Palpatine.
Oh my God.
What?
Okay.
Palpatine.
I went and chose all like the worst answers, and I also got Palpatine.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Your answers weren't that bad.
No, I thought
You're attracted to power, Tara.
Ooh.
And there's no one more powerful during the Empire's reign than Sheev Palpatine himself.
You also picked a mug. So, I mean.
This guy loves a mug. A mastermind willing to go to any lengths to get what he believes he deserves. You and your soulmate will rule the galaxy. After all, always two there are.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird.
Okay.
Well, that's master and apprentice.
Right, of course. Mm-hmm. After all, always
means.
Two there are. Isn't that a Yoda
I did
line?
just random answers as you were going along, and I got Finn this time.
Oh,
I was just hitting things that I think were different than what I hit last time. So good to know not everything comes up Leia.
Okay.
You get Palpatine, you get Finn. I was trying for Han. I don't even think he's an option, but he is my soulmate.
Are there any? Oh, okay. Yeah, there are females. Obviously, you guys got Leia, so
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Rey's in there.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Palpatine.
That was fun.
It's
a fun quiz.
Well, here's a very scientific study has been revealed.
It is science.
Top 10 happiest songs, according to science.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is on iHeartRadio.com, so I don't know. What kind of science are we talking about?
There was some debate. We had this on our news, and they were like, none of these are really recent. I mean, they're like, what is the most recent song even on this list? And I think, I don't know, Get the Party Started. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. What are the parameters for this scientific study they did?
Yeah.
I think it had to do with like the tempo, the beat, it's like a scientific study of the tone, the tempo,
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
are you gonna read the list, Kat?
You go for it.
Okay. Number 1, Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys.
Sure.
I'm not a Beach Boys fan really, but I mean, it's a happy song, I guess. I Got You, parentheses, I Feel Good, James Brown. House of Fun by Madness. Get the Party Started by Pink. Uptown Girl, Billy Joel. Woo! I stand by that one. I love that song.
Yeah, I like that one.
It's fine.
I love that song. Anyway, Sun is Shining, Bob Marley.
Great song.
Another Beach Boys, I Get Around. YMCA by the Village People. Waterloo by ABBA. And another one I love, September. Earth, Wind and Fire. So that's your top 10. I mean, there's a couple. September I love that makes me happy. And
there's literally a song called Happy. And it's not on this list.
But apparently, scientifically, it doesn't make it that happy.
Okay.
And I feel like back in the day, people got tired of it.
Right.
Oh, wait, Happy. Oh, which one are you talking about? I was thinking, Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Oh, no. What's it? Farrell? Does it?
Yeah, that's a good song, too.
That's great.
Happy. One song that always gets me dancing is it Fantasy by my Sweet Fantasy Baby.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I'll start dancing to that. I don't care if I'm in a grocery store. I'll start like wiggling around.
You're dancing right now.
Mm-hmm. So, there's some to be debated there, but
yeah.
But if you're not happy, put on one of these songs. You'll be good.
Yeah, maybe scientifically it will boost your mood. Seriously, Uptown Girl that comes on, I'm like, ooh, here we go.
I think Uptown Girl is probably the only one I could still stand to hear because they've all been overplayed throughout my lifetime so much that none of them make me happy anymore.
Oh,
so
wow. Okay.
That's just my take. Everything's horrible.
Let me add this to the list. Happy songs. Writing that down.
Happy songs. Any song in that happy
Don't
list.
play them for Tara.
Happy songs
Except for
on
Uptown
list.
Girl.
Got
Yep.
it.
Except Uptown Girl. It's fine.
Okay.
Uptown Girl.
Parentheses. Except.
Great video too.
Got it.
But don't push it with Uptown Girl. Like, don't go
overdo
crazy.
it. Yeah,
You can't overdo that with me. I'll just play it as much as you want.
Okay, and a sharp right turn here. There is a contest to name a snowplow.
I mean, these make me happy. I don't know.
These make me happy too.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, and apparently they do this every year. Well, in this year's, and this happens in Minnesota, the Department of
Where
Transportation.
They need snowplows.
Yes, where this is a big deal.
Not here.
Poor bastards.
They probably have quite a lot of snowplows that need naming. 64,000 people voted for their favorite names and welcomed 8 new names to the snowplow fleet. These are the names. You're a blizzard, Harry.
I love these names.
So
Blizzo. Cleopatra.
That's good, right?
These are great names.
Better Call Salt.
Here's my favorite.
Yeah. Han Snowlow.
Had to take that one.
Blader Tot Hot Dish.
What is that? I don't get that.
It's a
Like
Midwestern
tater tot?
thing.
Oh, okay.
You're bringing a hot dish. And I guess they got a tater tot hot dish. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Scoop. There it is.
Scoop. There it is.
There it is. Sprinkle.
And
Great commercial, by the
lastly,
way.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, these are great.
Oh, they're so fun.
Yeah, and they've all been assigned to the different districts in Minnesota.
By the way, just
there's
missing the cut was
Yeah.
Taylor Drift.
There's a whole list of ones that didn't make it.
Sir Plows a lot.
Oh boy, Ace of Blades.
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus. How did that one not make it?
Melton
Plowabunga.
John. Melton
Plow-
John.
Oh my gosh. These are
Alice
great.
Scooper. These are so fun.
Wow. Hippopotamus.
Funny.
Best in snow. Say it ain't snow. Mary Tyler Moore snow.
Mighty Morphin Plower Ranger.
Oh my gosh. That's great. Oh my gosh.
Kim Kardashian through the snow.
Oh.
Ted Last Snow.
These are pretty good. These make me happy.
Yeah.
These make me happy too. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, it's so good.
Wow. Yeah, but number 1 was You're a Blizzard, Harry. Oh my gosh. That's a great list right
It's
there.
enjoyable.
We love that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a pretty good list.
You know it's kind of awesome, but not 100% awesome.
Yeah.
Well, here's the good news. Amy Poehler and Tina Fey are going on tour. They're going on tour.
Crazy.
This is
awesome.
The Restless Leg Tour.
I love the name.
Exciting. Except, you know what? They're not coming here.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Maybe they'll expand. They're doing, where are they going?
Washington.
D.C., Chicago, Boston, and Atlantic City.
Here's my theory. They're working it out. They
Okay.
want to perfect the show and then bring it back to LA where there's a lot of industry people who are going to be very they want to see a good show. That's my guess.
Here's one thing I know for a fact. If they come here, we're so going.
100%. I would
Oh, yeah.
love to see
100%.
this.
I would
Without
really-
question.
Yes.
So funny. I can only imagine what they're going to do.
Man, that sounds amazing. For like a whole hour and a half of
Yeah.
just them.
Whatever
Right.
they want to do,
Right.
I will just love every minute of it.
Yeah. So if you're in one of those cities, you're very lucky. Go get tickets.
Yes. You got to go.
Go
And tell us all
encourage
about it.
Mm-hmm.
and yell out, go to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a sign that says, "Why aren't you in LA?" It's your it's your home. You live there.
Seriously.
Well,
Do they live in New York?
I don't know.
I think Amy
feel like they
Tina
have
lives in New
no
York.
idea.
Maybe
live
Amy
wherever they
lives
want.
here. Tina definitely lives in New York.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know
I mean-
where Amy lives.
Tina's got to have a house out here, right?
I don't
I'm
know.
sure they have houses in
No.
both. I bet they do.
Okay.
I feel they're bi-coastal.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
Listen, it's time to talk analytics.
All
Let's
right.
talk about the charts.
Wow us with numbers.
Let's do math.
So, you'll notice that I've added our login to the doc.
Okay.
So if you want to log in and follow along.
All right.
So this all came about because, where's the thing? Every week we get an email that tells us how we are doing in the charts, and it's usually not very exciting. But I saw this particular week. This was actually February 13th is when we got this email. And we were in Hong Kong. We were on the charts at number 69.
What?
Fun.
I like how you always say it with that little
69.
Yep.
And I was like, well, that's fun. I'm going to send this to the thruple because it's fun. And it got me looking at other charts and thinking, well, we're actually in the top 200 in a lot of countries, which is really exciting. Now, we're no longer number 69 in Hong Kong. We've actually off the charts, not in a good way.
Well, it's because it's per episode. Like each episode gets a ranking. Yeah.
Correct. So we are so far off the top 200 that it's not worth talking about. But the good people in Sri Lanka have made us number 180 on the charts.
Yeah.
And who do we beat? This is the best part for me, is seeing who we're doing better than. So if you guys go to Sri Lanka, are you guys logged in?
Well, unfortunately, Kat, now it's telling me to I have to verify the email address. So.
Hold on. All right.
What?
And then I'll do it from here.
Oh my god.
All right. No. Okay, I'm there.
You're in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So if you link on the you know what, let's not start at Sri Lanka. Let's build up to that.
Okay.
Let's go to Jamaica.
Do we go down to charts at a glance and hit Jamaica?
Just go. When you hit that link, it doesn't take you to Jamaica.
Oh, that link. Oh,
in the rundown.
It looks like yes. Okay, I'm in Jamaica.
Okay, great. Are you the 101 is at the top?
Scrolling. Yep.
Okay, great.
Scrolling down.
So we're number 52 in Jamaica this week. Thank you, Jamaica, for helping to get us on the old list there.
No, we moved up when we're at 151 now.
Hey, guy. Okay.
Woo.
Thank you, Jamaica.
Okay.
We're ahead of the HBO Max official Truest Blood podcast.
Hell yeah.
Which, of course, that show's been off the air for years. I'm still listening to that. Reality Steve, don't know who he is, but we're better than he is.
Yeah.
MTV's official Challenge podcast, don't know what that is.
Okay. We are above some Good Doctor podcast.
Okay.
Something for the Good Doctor.
Take that, Good Doctor.
Yeah.
Whoever's doing that podcast.
Get your people on that.
We're above the Women of Marvel.
Okay.
That looks like an official Marvel podcast.
Hey, Tara, guess what we're over? The Psychologists are in with Maggie Lawson and Timothy Omundson.
Whoa!
Hey.
We're ahead of them.
We're ahead of that. All right.
See, Jamaica's got
That's
good
a
things.
Xena tie-in with Timothy Omundson, too.
Yes, it is.
We're ahead of Teen Wolf Reviews and After Show with AfterBuzz TV.
We're ahead of This Lesbian Ship is Intense. I wonder what that is, actually.
They actually do a lot of Warrior Nun stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
Thinking they might.
Yeah.
All right. They sound great. We should probably listen to that podcast. I'm sure it's really good.
What's funny though is they're also 3 spots behind us in Sri Lanka.
Oh, there you go.
Well, look at this.
Okay.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta review and after show. We're above them.
Amazing.
Wow.
Okay. Let's go. Should we go to Indonesia?
Sure.
Wait, I
Let's
think
go to
that's where I
Indonesia.
just went.
No, I think you're Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm in Indonesia. That's where we're
okay.
ahead of them again. And that Women of Marvel. Like we're kind of right up there above these same podcasts.
Okay.
Well, we were 195. Or have we moved up? Oh, we're still not 195. And that's
we're
fine.
still 195.
Yeah.
Okay.
Women of Marvel, West Wing
Of all the
Weekly
podcasts
again.
in the world.
Okay.
Now, is that the TV show West Wing or is that the actual West Wing?
It's like
good question.
updates from the United States. West Wing. Okay.
So there you go. We're right at the edge of that cutoff for Indonesia. So we got to really bring up our numbers in Indonesia.
Okay.
All right. Finally, let's go ahead and go to Sri Lanka. I think you're gonna like this, Tara. We are number 184. At least we were last night when I made this link. Let's see where we are.
Okay.
Oh, we moved up.
We're
We're
up
at
to
180.
180.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you go down a couple, Tara, do you see anything interesting?
Godzilla podcast?
No. Keep going.
Inside Frozen 2.
Yes.
Oh.
Inside Frozen 2. We're better than Frozen 2, Tara.
From ABC News. That's from ABC News. We're better for Inside Frozen 2.
Huge. Yeah. Come on.
Suck it. Hello. We're better than
Absolutely
Lion's Mouth Entertainment's Star Wars Crusade of the Rebellion.
Huge.
A fan audio drama.
Hello.
Huge. Hello. Yep.
Suck it, Star Wars Crusade of the Rebellion. Teen Wolf, Re-Wolf podcast. You suck.
Got nothing on us.
You want to know what's number one in Sri Lanka?
Okay.
Wakanda Forever, the official Black Panther podcast, followed by HBO's The Last of Us podcast.
Oh, there you go. Okay. I mean, this is a solid list.
Followed by a Friends podcast. That's still getting traction, apparently.
Yeah, Sri Lanka. Listen, there's a Supernatural podcast. Another show that's not on the air anymore.
Interesting to see what everybody listens.
I mean, listen, it's kind of a big deal that we're kind of ranking kind of high in countries.
I mean, for entire countries? Come on.
I know. That's
great.
Pretty good. I mean, don't ask me how we're doing in the U.S. because it's not good.
There's a lot of podcasts in the U.S.
Yeah, we're like up in the.
Hey, we'll take it.
4 digits. But listen, I want to say thank you to Jamaica, thank you Indonesia, and thank you Sri Lanka. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. All right.
And suck it
and
to
Hong
all
Kong.
the podcasts underneath us. Yeah, Hong Kong. It was nice while it lasted, Hong Kong.
That 1 week? Thanks.
It felt good to be at number 69.
Look, Kat, here's what you need to do.
Okay.
You need to call Aubrey Plaza because we know you saved that number. Text her and say, can you talk about our podcast and get us some more listeners? Because we know you've got our digits.
It would be epic. Even if she just said our name once, it would be
up.
Unreal.
We know what we should have done is taken stickers. If we'd known they were going to be close to it's like, hey, good to see you. And just pat them on the back.
Right on her red, right on Aubrey's black dress and on Anna's red dress.
Next year.
And Seth Rogen's little velour suit he had or whatever that was. Stick a snap sticker on all of them.
Next year. Or at least in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe on one of the chandeliers.
We could have put them in each stall.
Like a wine bottle. Some of the wine bottles.
Just step and repeat when people are walking by. You can just
Next year. All right. Well, so wraps up another fun-filled episode of news and DGAs. If you want to see more, or you want to see pictures from our DGA night, they'll be on the Twitter at Snell Podcast with 1D.
Or on Instagram and Facebook at She Nerds Out Podcast.
You can send us an email to shenerds@gmail.com. You can go to our website, shenerdsout.com. From there, you can send us a voicemail. You can look at our merch. You can get caught up on old episodes, and you can buy us a beer.
I'll hold off on beer for a couple more days. Had a lot of wine last night, but I do appreciate the offer. All right. Well, until we chat again, She Nerds Out.
Out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
You guys ready?
Ready.
Hello and welcome.
Oh
my God.
Just to double check.
My mic
sounds okay, right?